first was the name of God. And similarly, in many faiths, there's japa is a recommended process. But does the impact remain the same? Like I had a phase in the early days where I did a lot of Namyo Rengekyo, the Buddhist practice for a couple of years. Uh, but does the benefit come with any name as long as you have belief? Like, or is it only with the Maha Mantra?
There's taking up any type of discipline towards some goal that's liberating is always good. Doesn't mean that the result is the same. Uh, for instance, we uh, when uh, children, uh, you have. I'm just trying to formulate an example. Have a father, and he's painting the room, and his son comes, 8-year-old son comes, and I'm going to help. So he takes the brush and he starts painting. Now, actually, he's making a mess that his father's going to have to go over again anyway. But it's certainly a good thing that he's taking this discipline. All right, now I also have to take some responsibility for painting the wall, that I'm also going to learn no, you hold the brush in this way and you don't stick your hand into the paint. It's the brush that goes into the paint. So it's also good. Obviously, it's not going to give you a beautiful paint job, but still has advantages. So same thing. You have children. They want to see their mother cooking in the kitchen. So I want to come. I want to cook. Who knows what they cook? I know the things I tried to cook, and but still, this idea that yes, I also want to cook. It's a step forward. So some type of discipline is good, just like we talk about our yoga, talk about hatha yoga. It comes from the Vedas. Uh, does it have the same spiritual benefit in the ultimate sense? No. Nowhere does Shastra say that by breath control you're going to see God face to face. But the discipline of yoga, which means that your lifestyle, the food that you eat, that you're accepting a certain regimen, is very, very helpful. And you're doing it here, but now if you just change the direction a little, and if it goes in the other direction, then it will be really fruitful. So, we chant mantras. Our Buddhists also chant mantras. But ultimately, what is the goal in the faith of Buddhism? That it's looking for a nirvana, and a nirvana which is a sort of a nothingness. So, where all sense of identity and everything just merges and dissolves. So, that type of mantra which leads to that obviously means that if this is the practice to that type of goal, then you're shooting for a different goal. But the practice itself had certain benefit. We became used to some some type of self-control, some type of mantra chanting, and Harir Nama Eva Kevalam. So scripture says you chant mantra, but the best mantra is the mantra of the names of God. So that's the, and what type of result will it give you? It'll give you a corresponding result, which is that you can then become the servant of God. and we can return back to God. Is that okay? Um, so the whole Vedic system is actually like that. Uh, although in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Vedasya sarveraham eva vedya. He says the entire goal of the Vedas is to know me, but the Vedas recommend so many things. Vedas recommend worshipping demigods. Indra, Chandra, Shiva, Durga, you know, different demigods. You probably had experience with that in life or from previous generations and parents and grandparents. So, recommends worshipping demigods. Now, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Kamastasta Ritta Janya Prapadyanti Alpamedasa. He says, those who worship the demigods don't have any intelligence. So here's the Vedas telling people to become disciplined in worship of the demigods. And now here Krishna is saying, Saramam Paritija, forget about all of those things. If you've gotten this far, Mamekam Sharanam Raja, just surrender to me. So the Vedic system is, you know, when we're young, then you ask your parents, where do I come from? I says, well, not a goose, but what are they? Stork. I don't know why storks. Which storks? Anyway, the stork brought you. Okay, I'm happy with that. When you get older, then you can understand that, well, it wasn't a stork, there's another process. So, similarly, but still, it's good to be inquisitive, and children at a certain age start to ask question after question, why this, why that, why that. Now, sometimes parents can give the full answer, but more often than not, according to the age of the child, they have to give quite a abbreviated or condensed form of the answer that at least encourages the child to continue thinking and to continue asking, but isn't necessarily correct. So Vedas start off, yes, worship demigods if that's your inclination. But then Krishna, when you come to the stage of Bhagavad Gita, then Krishna will say, now it's no longer necessary to worship the demigods. And then he says, why? He says, ultimately, I'm the one who gives all the demigods don't give you anything. I'm the one who empowers the demigods, who then can give. So they are also just higher agents.
Please accept my humble obeisance, Maharaj. Maharaj, when you do Shastric studies, I feel it's not increasing my love for Krishna. So,
When you do what?
Shastric studies, like in an institute or something, when you do like systematic Shastric studies, it does not increase my love for Krishna. So, do I study it like reading daily, or is it better to do Shastric studies, Maharaj?
It's good to do both. Bhava Jnana Tapasa Putramad Bhavamagata. So Krishna says, by knowledge of me, people have acquired love for me. But that love, which is of course another topic, that the most valuable commodity that we have in this world is to love and to be loved. But what is love? And actually, how do you acquire real love? Is what we call love really love? It's a word, it's a four-letter word, but is it actually that, or are we talking about some kind of emotion, some kind of attachment? But it's not necessarily falls under what in Sanskrit we use is prema. So Hindi, same, prema. So is it really love? Is love such an easy thing that you just fall in love and that's it? Or is it something that you have to learn? Why should this valuable thing just be so free and so easy when so many other things, just how to make bubble gum, you have to, study for so long. So what to speak of how to actually love and what real love is. So I'm just saying that because it takes time. But when you know, Bahavo Jnana Tapasa, Putramad Bhava Magata, says when you know someone well, that's how you develop attachment and attraction to someone. When you don't know somebody, then you don't really develop much feelings for them. So, similarly, when we're talking about love, meaning love for God, love for other living entities, we really have to understand the science of the self and the science of God. And when we do, then that love matures and comes. But it's sudurlabam, very, very difficult to achieve. And it will generally take more than one lifetime of effort.
Hare Krishna, our heartfelt gratitude to Srila Shivam Maharaj for this wonderful class. So I'm sure many of us that we are practicing this path for many, many years still, it's wonderful reminder, refresher, and also affirmation that what we are doing, the lifestyle that we are taking up and trying to give it to others is in the right direction. And we request all of you, whoever doesn't have Bhagavad Gita, please reach out to us. I have myself the English version, Arabic version, Farsi version, Russian version, Hindi version, and we have many, many that we can provide to all of you if you need. Also, we are going to have actually a little bit more kirtan because the dinner is getting ready. So as Maharaj rightly mentioned, that it's important to chant the holy name of the Lord. So since you have been such wonderful audience, so we want to keep you another 10-15 minutes. We chant together and we close our program. Maharaj will distribute some offered apple, and then we will have prashadam. Prashadam means the food that is made with love, offered to Lord with love, sattvic vegetarian meal that is homemade, and it will be served outside. So after the kirtan, we request all of you to move from that exit, and it is served outside, outdoor. Be careful, carry some shawl, make that you don't fall sick. And then the way out is after prasadam is there, you remove your shoes, and we hope to see you more
Sing a
often
very
and very soon
simple
in our programs.
mantra
Um,
and
before you leave,
sing
also make sure to
nice,
have
lively.
some books with you, um, the memory and the knowledge that Maharaj already shared with you. Much more than that is in those books. And if you are not already attending, reach out to Hemangi and myself and enroll yourself into different classes. Also, we have a big congregation here. There are many devotees involved in educating everyone about the chanting and also study the scriptures such as Bhagavad Gita. Now we request Sean Prayasi, Prabhu, you want to continue? Oh, yes, Prabhu. Just
You going
continue.
to
Yes,
sing?
yes. Yes, you're our special guest. We have another 10-15 minutes, and we will announce when the dinner is ready. Thank you so much. Very much.
Okay. Thank you. Let's
Okay. I get to work.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama